Hello and welcome to today's video, which is looking at how you can improve the energy efficiency of your next kind of HMO project. Now this is quite an interesting kind of topic because it's certainly front and center at the moment. There's lots of regulation around what you need to provide as a landlord in terms of not only from a health and safety aspect, but also now from an efficiency point of view, how energy efficient a property is. And that's why things like EPCs, energy performance certificates, have come into play, because it makes sense for the government, for tenants, for landlords to understand how efficient that particular property is. Now that doesn't mean that you have to go and spend a fortune or thousands of pounds on trying to improve kind of large scale items within a property. There's very kind of quick, easy wins that you can do in your next HMO project. If you are doing a refurbishment, this makes life much easier. But if you're just looking to improve or upgrade your current HMO, there's things that you can do that will make a massive difference. Now a couple of those things to kind of know. Lighting is going to be one of them. Now the energy efficiency of lightings now has improved massively over the years. So we've just recently finished a refurbishment project that we're on site on at the moment. And we do a walkthrough of this particular project that I'll put the links below this video so you can kind of see what the full project looks like. And we do another video in a second on lighting and what lights we chose and why. But in terms of lighting from an energy efficiency point of view, it's so easy now to get lights that are LED bulbs instead of kind of the more traditional bulbs. That's going to be much more efficient. It's also going to save you a ton over a year period, and certainly if you're doing a HMO over a long term and you're paying the utility costs, it makes a massive difference. Simply by swapping out the lighting in the building for energy efficient lights that use LED bulbs instead of kind of the traditional bulbs, is going to save you over the long term and improve your energy efficiency on that particular building and property, and therefore it's going to improve your EPC rating as well. Other things to consider as well as the lighting, there's easy wins that you can get with your boiling system. So thermostats now are very intelligent as well. There's a couple of different options. You can get things like, you might have heard of Nest is one of them. Inspire is another one, and Inspire is one that we've recently installed in this particular property here. It's very landlord friendly, so it allows you as a landlord to operate the controls essentially for the building via a tablet, phone, all that kind of good stuff. So if you know that a particular kind of time of year it's very warm or very cold, you can obviously change the suit or change the heating in the property to kind of suit. Now it's important that you obviously bear the tenants in mind. You can't just knock it down so it's never being used. You have to kind of use your best guidance when it comes to making sure that tenants obviously have the sufficient heating that they need in the property. But one thing to consider when it comes to running HMOs, and the cost of utility bills can go sky high. We've heard loads of stories, and we've had it unfortunately ourselves, where over the summer period heating is still left on, windows are left open because people are too hot in the property, but they just don't turn the radiator down or they don't turn the boiler off. So having a kind of Inspire type thermostat in a building allows you to control that heating without being on site. So as a landlord, if you're out of the area or even overseas, it's very comforting to know that you have some control over the utility usage within that particular building, not only from a cost point of view, but as I said, from an energy efficiency point of view. You're not therefore having wasted energy essentially being used kind of willy-nilly on the property, in terms of kind of tenants going excess, as I said, in the summer, leaving windows open, leaving the boiler on. That's crazy. So it just gives you a little bit of control in terms of that. So hopefully those two quick tips give you a bit of an insight in terms of how you can improve the energy efficiency. There's lots of other things. Obviously you can go full pelt and get windows, roof insulation, wall insulation, all those kind of good stuff as well. But really the lighting and the thermostat, as a landlord, as a HMO kind of investor, we see as really quick wins that you can do to your existing HMOs or to your next refurbishment project. So hopefully that helps. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this content and you'd like to join our free online property training course, we've got a link for it on this page. And in there we cover a range of different property strategies to help you get started, either building a long-term property portfolio or creating a cash flowing property business. We also look at ways to increase your return on investment with any of the properties you're maybe considering. And we also have a couple of cheat sheets and downloadable documents in there as well. Simply click on the link to join the free training course today.